A Military Topic Guide. Chapter 1. A Military Topic Guide. Government Resources. The government is huge as the primary decision-maker and economic power of any country, province, state, county, city, town, or village, but there are no books offering basic, generic government information except for a few big ones by Gale Group, Gale.com, and other reference book publishers selling for hundreds of dollars each. USA.gov is the federal government network. For information on the web about any state government department, use the following formula. State.2 letter abbreviation .us, for example. State.al.us for Alabama. Look for the department you're interested in. Another one is the name of the state followed by .gov.org.net and.com like Hawaii.gov, Hawaii.org, etc. For most government information, look through your local phone book in 4 separate government sections. Municipal, County, State, Federal. Government books at the library are as follows. 350 Public Administration, 351 Central Governments, 352 Local Governments, 353 U.S. Federal and State Governments, 354 Other Central Governments, 355 Military Administration, 356 Foot Forces, Army, Marines, etc. 357 Mounted Forces, 358 Armored, Technical, Air, Space, 359 Navy. For the Library of Congress system, try G7212 at the library. Active Military Personnel Search. Each branch of the armed services has a worldwide locator number you can call for information about locating past and present military personnel. The operator needs the full name and, if available, the birth date and social security number of the military person you are trying to locate. This service is free for military personnel or members of the immediate family. All other users must pay a fee of $4 and submit their request by mail. If the letter reaches the person, it's up to them to contact you. If they can't contact the person, they will send your letter back with an explanation as to why they can't contact him, i.e. deceased, missing, etc. Write your letter, put it in an envelope, leave it unsealed so they can look to see that your intentions are honorable, put a stamp on it, your return address in the upper left-hand corner, the person's name and rank in the center. Write another note stating that you're searching for this person and would like to forward this letter. Include as much information as possible about the person and the fee if applicable. Put all this in another envelope and send it to the locator. If you know the base that the person is at, simply call the base operator and proceed from there. MilitaryCity.com, Military City, a database containing locations of active duty U.S. military personnel. MilitaryConnections.com, database containing locations of active duty U.S. military personnel. To search the records at the military prison in Ft. Leavenworth, KS, call 913-684-4629. National Personnel Records Center, 9700 Page Boulevard, St. Louis, Missouri 63132. 314-263-7243 Air Force, 314-263-7261 Army, 314-263-7261 Navy/Marines/Coast Guard. To get a copy of your discharge papers, you have to file Form 180, request pertaining to military records at a VA office, the above address, or nara.gov/regional/mprs/F180. They will forward a letter to a former military person or give the address if the circumstance warrants it, like estate settlement, debt collector, etc. $3.50 fee. Air Force, AFMPC/MPC-D003, 9504 IH35N. San Antonio, Texas 78233-6636. 512-652-5774. Make checks payable to Air Force, Randolph Air Force Base. Army, Usereek. Attention, Locator Branch. Ft. Harrison, in 46,249 to 5,301. 317-542-3647. Make check payable to U.S. Treasurer. Worldwide Locator. U.S. Army Enlisted Records and Evaluation Center. PCRP. Ft. Benjamin, in 4249 to 5301. 317-542-4211. Payable to Finance Officer. Marine Corps. Mailing address CMC MMRB 10. HQS U.S. Marine Corps. Washington, D.C. 20380. 202-694-1861. Make checks payable to the U.S. Treasury. Navy. 202-694-3155. Mailing address to find non-family members. Naval Military Personnel Command. N0216. Washington, D.C. 20370-5021. To find a family member. Naval Military Personnel Command. N036cc. Washington, D.C. 20370-5036. Make checks payable to the U.S. Treasury. Military Personnel Search Resources. Some search websites are as follows. MilitaryCity.com, a database containing locations of active duty U.S. military personnel. MilitaryConnections.com, Military Connections. Search a database containing locations of active duty U.S. military personnel. Army.mil/vetinfo/vetloc.hdm, veterans. chinefo.navy.mil/ships/lists/ship-fbp/html, if you know your friends, active Navy, ship. Name, look it up then send a letter to its FOP, address. gibuddies.com. Jamaican.com/checkpoint, look up ex-military buddies. MarineCorps.com. Military.com. MilitaryUSA.com, vets. mpc.af.mil, Military Personnel Center. mvpsoa.org, military, veterans and patriotic service organizations. nara.gov/regional/mpr.html, National Personnel Records Center. navydirectory.smartlink.navy.mil, Navy Personnel Finder. shadow.net/tilde-tfarers/search.htm, military searches of people. spear.navy.mil/shipmail/form.asp, send email to some ships. Army Reserve Personnel Center. DARP VSEVS. 9700 Page Boulevard, St. Louis, Missouri 63132. 314-538-3798. Retired Army Personnel, Free. Army Worldwide Locator. U.S. Army Enlisted Records and Evaluation Center. 8899 East 56th St. Indianapolis, Indiana 46249-5301. 703-325-3732. eric.army.mil/wwl. Association of Military Surgeons of the United States. 9320 Old Georgetown Road, Bethesda, MD 2081444653. 301/897-8800. Bureau of Naval Personnel. P02116. Number 2 Navy Annex. Washington, D.C. 20370. 703-614-3155. Fax, 703-614-1261. Directory.navy.mil. Active Duty Navy. Will forward some letters. Commissioned Officers. Association of the United States Public Health Service, Inc. 1400 IST Suite 725. Washington, D.C. 20005-9990. 202/289 MU. Defense Enrollment Eligibility System /DEERS 800-538-9552 800-334-4162, California 800-527-5602, Alaska and Hawaii. Central database of all active personnel regardless of branch. Department of Defense Operator 703-545-6700. Locate civilian.employees. Enlisted Association of the National Guard 1219 Prince St. Alexandria, Virginia 22314 703/5/1938-46. Jewish War Veterans of the United States of America 1811 R. St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20009 202/265-6280. Marine Corps MMSR 6, HQMC. Number 2 Navy Annex. Washington, D.C. 20380 703-6144-1901. Fax 703-614-4400. Retired Marines, Free Military Chaplain Association of the United States of America. POB 42660. Washington, D.C. 20015-0660. 202/574-2423. Military in Transition Database 1255 Drummers Lane. Number 306. Wayne, Pennsylvania 19087. 215-687-3900. 25,000 ex-military resumes in database. National Archives 314-538-4261. 314-538-4141. Fax on demand 301-713-6905. Go to document number 2255 to get form 180. nara.gov/regional/mprs/F180. Due to the FOIA, you can request a person's DD Form 214, discharge papers, with or without his permission. National Association for Uniformed Services / Society of Military Widows 5525 Hempstead Way, Springfield, Virginia 22151-4094. 703/5/1938-46. National Guard Association I Massachusetts of A, N.W. Washington, D.C. 20001. 202/789-0031. National Military Family Association 6000 Stevenson Avenue, Alexandria, Virginia 22304-3526. National Reunion Registry POB 355. Belvedere, Texas 78163. 210-438-4177. Fax 210-438-4114. Database of 6,000 plus military reunion organizations. Navy Reserve Personnel Center 4400 Dockney St. New Orleans, Louisiana 70149. 800-535-2699. 504-678-5400. 504-678-5434. Fax 504-942-6934. Retired Navy Personnel. Non-commissioned. Officers Associations 255 North Washington St. Alexandria, Virginia 22314-2537. 703/549-0311. Reserve Officers Association 1 Constitution Avenue NE, Washington, D.C. 20002-5624. 202/479-2200. The Retired Enlisted Association 909 North Washington St. Suite 300. Alexandria, Virginia 22314. 703/684-1981. The Retired Officers Association. 201 North Washington St. Alexandria, Virginia 22314. 800-245-8762. 703-549-2311. 703-838-8117. TROA.org. Monthly, Jobs for Ex-Military. United Armed Forces Association. 15 Falcon Court. Stafford, Virginia 22554-5316. 703/659-3760. U.S. Air Force Worldwide Locator. Ecommerce. 55C St. W. Number 50. Randolph, AFB, Texas 78150-4752. 210-652-5774, R. 210-652-5775. 210-565-2660. U.S. Marine Corps. MMSB 17. 2008 Elliott Road. Number 201. Quantico, Virginia 22134-5030. 703-640-3942. usmc.mil/marinalink/ind.nsf/locator. Military Death Records. Air Force. 210-652-5513. Army. 703-325-5300. Marines. 703-696-2069. Navy. 800-443-9297. Veterans Records. The Department of Veterans Affairs will forward your letter. For the address of the nearest regional office, call 800-827-1000 or simply look up your state VA office in the phone book. They also keep a death registry. army.mil/vetinfo/vetloc.hdm. grunt.space.swri.edu. nasdva.com, National Association of Veterans. sursoft.clever.net/Vietnam, Vietnam Casualty Search. sursoft.com/Vietnam/CACF code.text, Vietnam Casualty Search. tvc.state.tx.us/states.hdm, State Veterans Offices. web.maxwell.syr.edu/native va.gov. veteransworld.com. vetjobs.com, 877-838-5627. vets.com. vietvet.org. vnis.com. Veterans Administration. 810 Vermont Avenue, Washington, D.C. 20420. 800-827-1000. va.gov. The VA helps vets with medical needs, training and finding a job, buying a home, supplemental income and burial benefits. Veterans Employment, Reemployment and Training. Department of Labor. 200 Constitution Avenue, NW. Washington, D.C. 20210. 202-219-9116. 800-442-2838. 800-827-5335. dol.gov/dol/vets. umet-vets.dol.gov. House Committee on Veterans Affairs. 335 Cannon House Office Building, Washington, D.C. 20515. 202-225-3527. House.gov. Senate Committee on Veterans Affairs. 414 Russell Senate Office Building, Washington, D.C. 20510. 202-224-9126. Senate.gov. Blinded Veterans Association. 477 H. St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20001. 202-371-8880. 800-669-7079. Disabled American Veterans. POB 14301. Cincinnati, Ohio 45250-0301. 606-441-7300. Eastern Paralyzed Veterans Association. 34 to 59 56th St. Woodside, New York 11377. 800-444-0120. Publications at epva.org. epva.org. In touch. Friends of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. 2030 Clarendon Boulevard. Number 412. Arlington, California 22201. 703-525-1107. Society of Military Widows. 5535 Hempstead Way. Springfield, Virginia 22151. 703-750-1342. Veterans Affairs Burial Search Service. 810 Vermont Avenue, NW. Washington, D.C. 20420. 202-273-5225. Fax, 202-273-6697. Veterans of Foreign War/VFW. 406 West 34th St. KC, Missouri 64111. Vietnam Veterans of America, Inc. M. St. N.W. Washington, D.C. 20005-5183. 202-628-2700. Military Flight Tests. MilitaryFlightists.com, MilitaryFlightTests.com. Helping future military officers pass their respective military flight aptitude tests to include the AFOCT, ASTB, and the SIFT. Military VA loan websites. militaryvaloan.com/ab/index1.htm, military VA loan, a government-backed mortgage loan for active duty and prior service veterans who already have an existing VA loan. Military records search. archives.gov/veterans/military-records/get-service-records.html, military records request info. military.com/military/locator/new//?LOC=L2, military records search. militaryfamily.org/your-benefits/legal, National Military Family Association, your benefits. Submarine websites. Veneer.com/blog/articles/underwater-travel-of-submarines.html, underwater travel of submarines. submarine-history.com, submarine history. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/submarines_the_United_States_Navy, submarines in the United States Navy. Subnet.com, U.S. submariners. onr.navy.mil/focus/blow-ballast/sub/work2.htm, submarines, how do they work? queenfish.org/no-frames, submarines information. en.wikipedia.org/wiki/submarine.